Algebra 1, Day 95. Today we're going to be talking about exponential properties again. This is kind of the extended version, the slightly more difficult problems. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. So you guys already know the rules. We reviewed those last time. So this time I'm going to focus on working through these more difficult level problems. So, first thing, I see here that I have a parenthesis. So I want to handle that first, meaning I need to distribute this 2 to the other exponents. All right, now that I've done that, I can go ahead and start simplifying. I'll start here. Now go ahead and put all my x's together. Then I'll go ahead and do my y's as well as my z's. And I'm done. Now, of course, I can test this in my calculator, but I have to assign values to each one of these. I always start at 2. So let's go ahead and get that tested. And let's go ahead and head over to a calculator page. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and type in that first one. I'm going to replace all of my x's with 2's, my y's with 3's, and my z's with 4's. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select the equal sign. And I'm going to type in my answer. And again, I'm going to replace x with 2, y with 3, and z with 4. And I got a true, so that tells me that this is definitely correct. So I'll go ahead and go on to the next one. All right, here I see a lot of negatives, right? So there's a lot of different ways that we can handle this, but let's go ahead and let's break this down by what kind it is. So first I'll start with the numbers. 3 over 18 will reduce to 1 over 6, so I don't need to write the 1 right now. Now I look at this, n squared divided by n to the power of negative 3, v to the power of negative 4 divided by v to the power of positive 5. Noticing that I'm switching out my negatives, okay? So if I move them, they're going to go ahead and change signs. Now I'm going to go ahead, get rid of those double negatives. And I'm going to keep on simplifying. There's my final answer. Let's go ahead and check it in the calculator. We're going to be replacing our n's with the 2, our w's with the 3, and my v's with a 4. Well, let me go ahead and switch those guys. All right, so let's go ahead and head over to my calculator. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and construct that fraction. So 3 times 2 to the power of 2 multiplied by 3 to the power of negative 4 multiplied by 4, all divided by 18 multiplied by 2 to the power of negative 3 times 3 to the power of 5 times 4 to the power of negative 2. And I'm going to ask my calculator, hey, is that the same exact thing as what I got over here, which is, oh, excuse me, let me go ahead and set up that fraction. There we go. 2 to the power of 5 multiplied by 4 to the power of 3, all divided by 6 times 3 to the power of 9. And I got a true, so this one is correct. Let's move on to our last example. All right, so here again, I see those parentheses. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to distribute this to each and every exponent I see. Now, just remember, be super careful when dealing with negative numbers, because this is not the same thing as this. If I square it, including the negative, it's going to turn positive. If I just type this, it is going to stay negative. This is correct. This is incorrect. All right, so negative 6 squared, a to the power of 6, b to the power of 4, all divided by 4, a to the power of 4, b to the power of 11. Let's start reducing. And I am officially done. So, of course, we can verify this in our calculator by saying that A is equal to 2, B is equal to 3, and you guys already know how to do that. So, I want you to go ahead and get started on your example question, and I will see you next time.